The brand new Google Pixel 8a isn't anything groundbreaking in comparison with last year's Pixel 7a. Aside from the usual intergenerational spec bumps here and there, the Pixel 8a is more of the same, which isn't that bad. However, the surgical upgrades that Google has introduced bring the Pixel 8 dangerously close to the Pixel 8. The display, overall performance, and even camera setups are now extremely similar, with the only major differences being the slightly larger battery and faster charging on the Pixel 8, as well as the more premium design of the flagship phone. But are those features that important that you need to shell $200 more? Why exactly does the Pixel 8 cost more than the Pixel 8a? Of course, there are some differences between the Google Pixel 8a and the Pixel 8 as far as design goes. While the design language is understandably similar on both devices, the Pixel 8a has slightly more rounded corners and thicker bezels, more appropriate of its mid-range status. Moving to other changes, Pixel 8a has a 6.1-inch screen, while the Pixel 8 boasts a slightly larger screen at 6.2 inches. However, while this may suggest that the Pixel 8 is the physically larger device, that's not true. The flagship stance is shorter and narrower than the Pixel 8a, while the weight and the thickness of the two devices are mostly similar. Another difference is the water and dust resistance on both. While the Pixel 8a is an IP67 device, the Pixel 8 has a better IP68 water and dust resistance, so it's technically better protected against the elements and any accidental damage. The Pixel 8a now has a matte composite back with matte aluminum frame, while the Pixel 8 relies on a sturdier Corning Gorilla Glass Victus back and also has a matte aluminum frame. In terms of colors, the Pixel 8a is available in Obsidian, Hazel, Rose, and Mint, while you can have the Pixel 8 in Obsidian, Hazel, and Rose. The Pixel 8, a display, isn't that much different from the Pixel 8 as far as hardware properties are considered, even despite the 0.1-inch size difference. Both phones have OLED screens with a sensible FHD Plus resolution, which is more than enough to deliver decent sharpness. Surprisingly, the Pixel 8a and the Pixel 8 feature the same screen refresh rate of 120 Hz, which makes interface navigation super smooth. This eliminates one of the advantages the Pixel 8 had in store, which is good news for the Pixel 8a. Another change is the maximum display brightness of 1400 nits in HDR mode and 2000 nits of peak brightness on both devices. Yes, the Pixel 8a scores the same maximum brightness as the Pixel 8, which eliminates yet another edge that the pricier Pixel had in store. Biometrics-wise, the Pixel 8a surely could improve on the Pixel 7a's lackluster and slow-to-react fingerprint scanner that's built into the display. The Pixel 8's fingerprint sensor will unlock the phone quickly and would rarely give an erroneous fingerprint reading. The Pixel 8a comes along with the Tensor G3 chip that's also ticking inside the Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro. There are rumors that the Tensor G3 version inside the Pixel 8a is a slightly underclocked variation of the flagship Tensor chip, achieving inferior raw performance. We are yet to confirm this. As far as everyday performance goes, the Tensor line of chips, the Tensor G3 included, are all more than enough to ensure a decent performance for most tasks. Where the Tensor G3 is lacking is its raw performance in synthetic benchmarks, where most of the competition, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, Apple A17 Pro, has the upper hand. RAM and storage-wide, the Pixel 8a comes with 8 GB of RAM as well as 128 GB and 256 GB of native storage. Surprise, surprise, that's just as much as the Pixel 8, which doesn't give a particularly good outlook for the flagship. While it may seem that the Pixel 8a has a more capable camera setup than the Pixel 8 as it wins the megapixel race, this might be far from true. Then again, it might be not. See, the Pixel 8a has the same 64MP wide and a 13MP ultra-wide cameras that debuted with the Pixel 7a, as well as a 13MP front-facing camera. We were very satisfied with the Pixel 7a's camera performance, so we expect to be pleasantly surprised by the new Pixel 8a. Meanwhile, the Pixel 8 comes along with a 50MP wide and a 12MP ultra-wide camera as well as a 5MP selfie snapper. While the difference may seem in favor of the Pixel 8a, hardware is just part of the whole picture. In fact, with Pixels, the majority of camera improvements usually stem from software enhancement, image processing upgrades, and lots of AML goodies, so hardware doesn't play such a major part here. In any case, we expect that the Pixel 8a to deliver excellent image quality, but the Pixel 8 should have a slightly upper hand in terms of overall scene dynamics and low-light performance. The Pixel 8a employs the same stereo speaker setup as its predecessor, which delivered very decent sound, albeit slightly lacking in the lower frequencies. The audio quality of Pixel 8 is crystal clear and adequate for listening to any speech-related material. The overall sound profile does seem to lack a bit when it comes to richness and depth, so you probably won't be able to replace a portable speaker with this phone. Haptics-wise, the Pixel 8a could deliver the same experience as its predecessor. Not particularly strong, but not mushy either, the Pixel 7a has decent haptics. Meanwhile, the Pixel 8 definitely has that extra level of strength and accuracy that makes its haptic feedback nicer to interact with. We doubt it would be surpassed by the upcoming budget Pixel. The Pixel 8a comes with a 4 942 mAh battery, a notable bump over the Pixel 7a's 4 385 mAh battery. This could potentially make the Pixel 8a a battery champ, at least as far as Pixels come and go. Here's to hoping. Meanwhile, the Pixel 8 boasts a 4 575 mAh battery, which helps the phone achieve better than the average battery endurance. The larger battery hints at slightly better battery endurance, but we'd reserve that judgment until we test the Pixel 8a. Charging-wise, the Pixel 8a doesn't improve on the Pixel 7a's 18W wired and 5W wireless charging, which are slow and take a long time to fully charge the device. The Pixel 8 will win this one, as it charges at up to 27W via cable and up to 18W wirelessly. The Pixel 8a is shaping up to be another successful chapter in Google's renowned book of Pixel phones, and depending who you ask, it might be said that the Pixel 8a is potentially the better device. With major improvements in the display and performance areas, the phone fixes most of our issues with the Pixel 7a. With a starting price of just $499, it's definitely the one to deliver much better value than the Pixel 8. That one is a compact flagship phone that looks pretty familiar at first sight, but has that extra premiumness that makes all the difference. The possibly better camera, faster charging speeds, and more refined design are the main differences that cost $200 more,